Today I'm going to take you to the beautiful Hagia Sophia and Blue Mosque of Turkey. It is located at Istanbul. It is indeed one of the most beautiful things I have ever seen. Please take your time to watch full video because I'm sure that you are going to enjoy it. Hagia Sophia is the most beautiful part of this video, but I'm planning to take you to Blue Mosque first because Hagia Sophia looks very beautiful from the gate of Blue Mosque. After fighting 15 years against the Habsburg monarchy, who were the ruler of modern day land of Austria and Hungary region, both parties agreed to sign peace treaty, and after signing the peace treaty, Sultan Ahmed decided to build a large mosque across the Hagia Sophia in Istanbul to reassert the Ottoman power. It would be the first imperial mosque for more than 40 years. Ahmed I procured funds from the treasury, which everyone was not very fond of. The construction was started in 1609 and completed in 1616. The Sultan attended the breaking of the ground with a golden pickaxe to begin the construction of the mosque complex. An incident nearly broke out after the Sultan discovered that the Blue Mosque contained the same number of minarets as the Grand Mosque of Mecca. Ahmed became furious at the fault and became remorseful until a companion recommended that he should erect another minaret at the Grand Mosque of Mecca, and the matter was resolved. When I visited Istanbul, there was construction going on to Blue Mosque, so I could not see most of the beautiful things, but I'm attaching photos from that I've collected from Wikipedia to show you how beautiful it originally is. I'm sure that it is going to look amazing, more amazing after the reconstruction. At its lower level and in every pier, the interior of the mosque is lined with more than 20,000 handmade Iznik style ceramic tiles. And the lower stories are illuminated by 200 stained glass windows. A symbolic iron chain was suspended at the entrance of the mosque's courtyard. According to tradition, only Sultan was permitted to enter the mosque on horseback, but he would have to lower his head to avoid hitting the chain. It was symbolizing the submission and humility as a ruler in the presence of the higher power, Allah. Can you see Hagia Sophia from here? Indeed, it is a very beautiful building, and I think there is an optical illusion going on here. Before the year of 360, there was a pagan temple at the place where you can see Hagia Sophia today. Constantine the Great ordered to construct a church in the place of the temple. It was a wooden roof temple, and in 404, year of 404, the church was burned because of the riot when Saint John Chrysostom, known as Goldmouth, was exiled. I'll show you the picture of him in the mosaics inside the Hagia Sophia. And a second church was built in year of 405, but then again that church was got completely destroyed during the Nika revolt in 532. Only a short time after the destruction of the second church, Justinian the Great suppressed the riot and set about rebuilding what was damaged. Construction of the third church began, and it was said to be greater than its previous predecessors. Let me take a detour and show you the tomb of the sultans. I'm not going to go inside the building, but I'm going to show you from the outside. I'm showing this mainly because I like the designs on the roof. When building the third church, Justinian the Great collected many materials from all over the empire, including Yellowstone from Syria, porphyry from Egypt, Hellenic columns from the Artemis temple of Ephesus, and more than 10,000 people worked in this great construction. And the third church was inaugurated by the emperor on the year of 537. Yeah, the mosaics were finished later. We are in front of the fountain of Hagia Sophia. It is an amazing view, I would say, and I really enjoyed to see those birds playing with water. They're just flying around, they're just swimming around, they're literally diving and enjoying their time. I really loved it. and you can also see Hagia Sophia. As I was saying that Justinian the Great collected materials from Syria, Egypt, Ephesus, and so on many other places. Now, when Fourth Crusade, Hagia Sophia's many materials and important relics were taken to the mosaic in the west. And during Latin occupation, Constantinople between 1204 and 1261, the church became Roman Catholic cathedral. Then again, in 1261, Byzantines occupied Constantinople again. So, let's go to the Islamic history of Hagia Sophia. In 6th century, the Prophet ﷺ said that one day Constantinople will be conquered. Great is the commander who will conquer it. Some people say that there are hadiths that Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said the first Muslim to pray in Hagia Sophia is going to go to paradise. I could not find any authentic hadith that says it, but still I would mention that. But there was always ambition of Muslim leaders to get Hagia Sophia. On 29th May 1453, the Sultan of Ottoman Empire Mehmed II conquered Constantinople after a 54-day siege. He directly went to the ancient Byzantine cathedral of Hagia Sophia. When he saw a man hacking the stones of the church and saying that it was a temple for infidels, Mehmed II ordered the looting to be stopped and the church to be converted into a mosque. Then he bent down to take a handful of earth and poured it on his head to thank God. It is also said that he destroyed the altar. By the way, this gate was only being used by the emperor. We can see Jesus Christ blessing Emperor Leo. The Sultan converted the church into mosque at once. Although Sultan made many restorations and renovations in New Hagia Sophia, he preserved many mosaics. When Sultan saw a mosaic of Christ first, he thought him to be a vulnerable man, not a prophet. In 16th century, during the reign of Suleiman the Magnificent, the mosaics above and the imperial grail depicting Jesus, Mary, and various Byzantine emperors were covered by whitewash and plaster, and which was removed in 1930. It is beautiful. It is the most beautiful thing I have ever seen. After getting inside the building, I realized why people are fighting for this. And at the high point in the apse, it depicts a Virgin Mary sitting in the backless throne decorated with jewels holding child Christ. We can see the sign of Allah, the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, and fourth caliphs in the corners. And those are four six-winged angels. They are protecting the heavens, and it is probably constructed in 500 AD. And it is marvelous Islamic calligraphy. It is a Quranic ayah from Surah Al-Nur. I was curious what is written there, so I opened the Quran. Look at the architectural beauties on the wall and the designs. Beautiful. Oh, allow me to show some of the mosaics. I think you already recognized Virgin Mary and the Jesus Christ. Left it was Justinian one, and on the right it was Constantine the Great. And in the picture in the middle we can see Jesus Christ. On the left we can see the Virgin Mary, and on the right we can see the John the Baptist. And it is John Chrysostom. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I have more to share.